The South African labour market now officially has a new labour union federation. This after the ousted COSATU General Secretary and one of the new federation founders, Vavi, shared the news of the South African Federation of Trade Unions, SAFTU, now being a legal entity with a letter from the Labour Department. The news will be published in the Government Gazette at the end of the month. Joining us now on the line for more on this is Vavi himself. A very good morning to you, sir, and welcome.
Good morning to you and good morning to your listeners.
Now, congratulations must be in order. Tell us who will form part of this new federation?
There are 21 unions that have National Congress mandates to form part of the new federation. They represent a membership of just nearly 700,000. There are about 17, 18 other unions that have told us that at the leadership level they have taken a decision. They're all waiting for the final mandate from their congresses. We're very strict that the unions that will form part of the federation must have a mandate from their congresses so that we don't carry people who will not even show a commitment to pay the dues to the federation and or to back or its activities. So those are the unions that form part. We see this as a very important milestone in the long process to unify workers in South Africa, but we know that this is just a small but important step. South Africa's labor movement has been completely fragmented. There are 182 unions that have been registered with the Department of Labor. There are 400 others that are waiting in the queue to be represented. All of these unions only represent about 24% of workers in the formal economy, meaning 76% of workers are still outside any union. Mm-hmm. Our challenge is to reach out to the 76%. So whilst this is a very important milestone and a very important giant step, but in the context of the challenge we're facing, this is a small but important step towards reaching out to the unorganized workers out there. Because any union now that seeks to just be a narrow gumboot trade union that focuses on the wages of the better paid wages have no future in South Africa. The workforce is being casualized. Workers are being forced into precarious forms of employment. Casualization is the order of the day. Up to 70, sometimes up to 90% of workers in the retail stores are casuals. They are being told that they are even permanent casuals. Young women workers are being exploited left, right, and center in those stores, in the restaurants, in the food chains, and in the informal sector. The trade union movement must seek to speak out for the unemployed, for the students in the universities and in high schools. Must knit together the struggles of those with the workers in the public sector, in the big firms, but more importantly in the voiceless firms that are small, scattered all over the Republic.
What role do you see SAFTU playing in the labour market alongside the existing federations like COSATU and FEDUSA?
The biggest issue that we must confront is not just unity. Obviously, unity will only come through if you revitalize and if you bring back the trust workers should have in the unions. And currently that trust has waned as a result of the implosion of COSATU and the increasing irrelevance of many unions who are not picking up the issues of workers in the workplace and pulling those issues together with the issues of society. So the key challenge is to fight against the exploitation of the workers. The wages of South African workers have stagnated to the point that the share of wages in the GDP continues to fall, now way below 50%, whereas it was around 57% only in 1991. That's the main issue. The salaries of the top continues to rise, the salaries of the bottom continues to stagnate, and that's the key issue. It has to be that the economy that have such a large sections of its population trapped in poverty we can never grow. We need to ensure that the national minimum wage, for example, the insulting minimum wage signed by COSATU, NACTU, FEDOSA, and the bosses, is scrapped. We need a real minimum wage that can give workers the possibility to be a player in the economy instead of just being seen as people who must just buy paraffin and candles.
Mr. Vavi, when is the official launch of the Federation and what will your role be in it?
I don't know what's going to be my role, and I've done my facilitation up to this point, and there will be a complete leadership. I'm owned nothing by the unions, and if they choose a younger person that can take this federation into a new pedestal, that will be a welcome development because the unions must continue to produce new leaders instead of recycling the old. And secondly, we are launching it on the 21st of April. We're now about 3 weeks away. We will not turn back and nothing will ever change. We absolutely determined that workers must be given a voice on the 21st. We're now filling the vacuum that has been left wide open. We're tired of reading everywhere. Just today there's a Sunday Times story that the stepdaughter of the CEO of Eskom have gained billions and billions from Eskom tenders. We need a trade union movement that can fight that. And because that comes in the context, by the way, there was a 1010 report in Eskom that showed that all of the executives are really eating left, right, and center in the tenders of Eskom. We need to stop that.
That's right. Mr. Vavi, thank you so much for your time and congratulations once again.